I don't even know. I don't know if you can even hear when I drink this tea. Hopefully you don't, so it's not sounding like what are they called? SMN? Okay, cool. Hopefully this is looking all good and everyone can hear me. Perfect. Okay, I am so excited for today. Oh my gosh. So, if anybody doesn't know who I am, my name is Aahliyah Amarat. I am a sales specialist and expert and online business consultant. I work with ETAL coaching, and ETAL coaching is embracing all tones of women coaching community. Now, we are a group of phenomenal women that teach everything that we are kind of experts in. And it's just great to be able to do a live training event where I could just share as much as possible and help you guys the best way that I can. So, you're here to find out about the 3 ways that you can sell more in your businesses online. Yeah. Now, there's quite a few different there's quite a few different things I want to kind of go through, but I'm going to keep this as cash as possible. Yeah. I want you guys to ask me as much questions as possible. And I want to get to every single question if I can. If I don't get to your questions right this second, then please book in a sales call. Now, once you book in this call, it's not for me to sell you anything, nothing like that. I just want to be able to speak to you about whatever your issues are. And if I can help you out, I'll be able to help you out. Yeah. So the call line is open for you to book from now. So just go in there, and if I don't get to your questions and you want to have a one-to-one conversation with me, feel free, book it in real quick. Okay. So I need you to make sure you pay attention. I've got my phone, and the reason I've got my phone is because I have all the notes that I want to speak to you guys about. And I want to make sure that I'm covering everything, absolutely everything. So this is going to be an information overload. So because it's going to be information overload, you need to have your paper and your pen ready. Okay. Make sure you have that paper and pen ready. Thank you very much. If you don't, then I'm not sure how much you're going to learn from this, because you're probably going to feel a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of information I'm going to give to you, because I don't hold back when it's time to help. Okay. So as I said, my name is Aahliyah Amarat. We are going to be talking about sales and how to sell more in your business. Now, the 3 main ways that I believe that you can increase your sales in your business online and offline. Okay. Now, I want to debunk a couple myths. Number 1, who likes rejection? I want everyone to comment in the chat box. And number 1, if you like rejection. I'm no one. Yeah, no one. Comment number 2 if you don't like rejection. You don't like people rejecting you, and you don't like people saying no to you, because I can definitely tell you I'm not one of them. You can't tell me no and I feel good about it, right? So nobody likes to be rejected, and sales is based on being rejected, because naturally every single person, the first thing we say when somebody asks us something, or first thing that we think when somebody asks us something, is no. Right? It's a natural instinct as a human being. We just want to say no. Even if you know that that person might be telling you something that you might need or you might want, you still turn around and say no. And you make some kind of excuse why you don't want it or you don't need it. Right? So do you know what? I just want to say a massive thank you. I'm seeing so much love and so much hellos in the comment box. Hi, guys. Hope everyone is well. I'm going to get back to it now, but this is real exciting because I haven't done one of these in a very long time, and it's just nice to see. It's just nice to have community. It's just nice. So anyway, selling, as I was saying, is more to do with people asking you something, and the possibility you have a 50% chance of somebody saying no. There's only 2 words that someone can say. Yes, I want it. No, I don't want it. And the fact that everybody gets scared of rejection and everybody doesn't like rejection, you'd rather not ask. Okay. And it's quite upsetting, because when it comes down to business, the only way you actually have a business that is going to flourish is if you ask people to buy. If you don't ask people to buy, people are not going to buy, and all you're going to have is a glorified hobby. It's that simple, right? So for you to take yourself away from having a glorified hobby to you then having a well-oiled business that's actually making sales and earning you consistent income is by you consistently asking people to buy, whether it be on social media, whether it be face-to-face, whether it be on the phone. However you decide that you want to sell your product or service, you need to make sure that you ask people to buy it. Okay? Now, we have to understand that because in our heads we feel like people are going to be rejecting what we're selling to them, we often have to have a complete mentality shift. Whenever you go to ask somebody to buy something from you, you have to believe that it's nothing to do with you and they're not saying no to you as a human, or you as the person that you are, because you're a phenomenal human being. It's not them saying no to you, it's them saying no because it's a natural instinct. And sometimes some people just need to hear it a few times and be persuaded and be explained as to why they need your product or service. Yeah, makes sense? Hope this is making sense. Let me know. Yeah, everyone's it. Let me know if this is making sense, okay? So, yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Bianca, you hate rejection. Who likes rejection? Honestly, ridiculous. So, having a 360 mentality shift in when you are selling to people and knowing that it's not personal is what's going to completely propel you and going to allow you to actually ask more and more people to buy your product or service. So, principles people buy from. I just want to name a few of the principles, and I'm not going to go into this in full on depth because if I do, then we're going to be here for ages. But if you have any questions, feel free, as I said at the beginning, feel free to book in a quick call. We can have a one-to-one phone call about exactly what you need within your business to sell more. And I really want to get through all of your questions, but the time, I don't want to take too much time either. Okay. So the principles people buy from is, number one, people reciprocating energy, right? So people buy from people they understand. People buy from somebody that explains to them or that is like them, right? So generally speaking, when the whole Black Lives Matter thing happened, right? When the whole Black Lives Matter thing happened and everyone decided to name the fact that they're a Black-owned business, more and more people decided to go specifically to a certain business based on the fact that they are Black-owned. So that's people reciprocating the energy, really, right? So you want to make sure that your target audience is like you. Because the easiest way for you to be able to sell is for you to sell to somebody that's like you. And if your target audience is not you, then you might want to rethink what you're selling. And the reason why I say that is because when you are say a builder, you're a builder, but yet a builder decides that they want to sell mascara. I mean, you're not going to buy mascara from a builder because they're not going to be wearing mascara, and you're not really going to trust a big builder man. You're not going to trust a builder man to give you the right recommendation on what mascara to use. Okay, makes sense, I hope. Let me know in the chat box below if that makes sense. So you want to make sure that your target audience is quite like you. Okay, so that's reciprocation. Number two is commitment. People generally feel loyal. People generally are loyal people. We are not born not loyal. I believe, honestly, that we are born as loyal creatures. So as loyal creatures, and also we like convenience. Okay. And that's just it. If you go to one person to do your lashes by that person and they do a good job, you're not going to generally go and find another lash person to do your eyelashes, for the simple fact that Number one, you've built a rapport with that person. Number two, that person's put their hand on your face, and you don't really want loads of people putting their hand on your face, right? Number three, whatever relationship you've built at that point in time, they know what you like, they know what you want because they've done it already. They've asked you the questions, whatever questions they may be, and you've had a good service. So at the end of the day, you're not now going to go and find a brand new person because there is nothing lacking in the service that you've already received. So that loyalty is based on convenience. Okay. So having that commitment to somebody, as soon as a customer comes to you and buys from you, you know that if you provide the best level of service, they're definitely going to come back to you, unless you really mess up. Then that, I don't know for. Number three, consensus. So consensus is keeping up with the Joneses. It's keeping up with the Kardashians. Yeah. When there's loads of people in the area, or loads of recommendations, loads of people saying, ranting and raving about the product or service that you're providing, more and more people want to try. Okay. So if the general consensus is good, more and more people are going to come to you. Yeah. Quite simple, right? Let me know in the chat box below if this is simple. Let me know. Write the word simple in the chat box below and let me know. Number 4 is authority. If you are demonstrating knowledge and you know what you're talking about, yeah, if you know your product and service inside and out, you know where it's originated from, you know just everything about it. So when I used to be a lash technician, and me being a lash technician, I was very, very knowledgeable about the type of lashes, the look of lashes, the style of lashes. If the lashes needed, depending on the person's face, I could be able to identify exactly what lash look would look good on them. Okay. So me being as knowledgeable as I was able to sell easily to my potential customer, potential client, and let them know and persuade them into buying from me because I knew everything about what I was doing and I was deemed as the expert. Yeah. So the moment you are deemed as the expert, people buy from you. Number 5, I think I'm on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. Yeah. Number 5 is people liking you. Liking you, or liking your product, or liking your service. It doesn't matter. Remember I said to you at the beginning, it's not about you and it's about your product or service. People liking your product or service is going to make them want to buy, and it's going to make them want to come back to buy again. Okay. Now, if they like you, it's an added bonus, but they don't have to like you to buy from you. Know that. Okay. Scarcity. Now, everybody knows about FOMO, the fear of missing out. I mean, I go through a lot. Let me know if you lot have gone through FOMO before. Has your friends ever gone to a party and left you out and you're like, hold on a minute, I wanted to be invited. Why was I invited? Oh, what are they doing over there? Anybody felt like that before? Type in the chat box FOMO if you have felt like that before. Now, you want to make sure when you are selling to people, okay, that you make it seem, even if it's not the case, you make it seem that everybody has got your product or service. And the moment that person feels like everybody has it and they're the only ones that is going to miss out, instantly you've got a customer. Okay, so those are the principles people buy on. Now, all of this is based on psychology. It's based on buying behaviors. It's based on hundreds of years of research. Okay, this is not just stuff that I plucked out of the sky. This is actual things that you need to understand, that your customer is always going to buy based on one of these 6 principles. So that brings me on to talking about the 3 ways you are able to implement right now, if you really want to, right? The 3 ways that you can make more money and sell more online or offline. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Number 1. Who's ready for this? Let me know if you're ready for this. Type in the chat box number 1 if you are ready for point number 1. Oh, I am seeing some questions coming up. I'm so sorry. I'm on a roll here. So I want to get through all of the information. And as soon as I get through this information, I'm going to try and get through all of your comments and questions. If I don't get to them, as I said, book in a call with me and we can talk one-on-one. Yes, perfect. I'm seeing all the ones. Okay, cool. So number 1, retargeting your energy back into you. Yeah, you. Yeah. Retargeting your energy back into you and asking yourself certain questions that you probably haven't answered. Okay. And I'm going to run through a couple of these questions. And whether you write it down or not, this is your chance. I'm letting you know to write it down. Okay. So you need to be able to answer these questions with full confidence. And if you can answer these questions, you'll get where I'm going with this in a second. Okay. So retargeting your energy back into you and asking yourself, number 1, how many people do I want to sell to? Okay. How many people do I want to sell to? How much money do I want to make? Now, anybody that want to turn that, sorry, I can't even speak. Anybody that wants to turn around and say that money is evil and money's not everything and money this and blah, 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 you might as well just come off of this live training, because I'll be 100% honest with you. If you do not make money, your bills are not paid. Okay? And if your bills are not paid, you don't have no gas and electric. You don't have a roof. And if you don't have that, then life's not really that great. Okay? So take away the idea that money is not good and money is evil. The more money you make, the more opportunities you have. Money is not everything. That's not what I'm saying. But money is definitely the vehicle for your freedom. The money is for you. Think about the reasons why. This is another question that you want to be thinking about. Think about the reasons why you want to make the money. Who do you want to help? Your family, your friends? Do you want to take your children out on holiday? Like, what do you want to do with your life? Right? And the more you think about that, the more that's going to fuel you to make sales, because your sales is what makes the money. Okay. So how many people do you want to sell to? How much money do you want to make? What do you really want to do with your life that requires money? And if it requires money, how much money is that? Yeah. How much time do you want to put in your product or your service? How much time do you want to put into the work that you do every single day? Do you have kids that you want to spend more time with? Are you able to take your kids on the school run, take them to school and pick them up from school? If you can't do that and you want to do that, you know that you only want to spend a few hours in a day doing the work that you want to do. But you, as I said, we have to retarget back your energy back into yourself and ask yourself these very hard questions, because they can be quite hard. Yeah. Let me know in the chat box below if these are the kinds of questions that you ask yourself on a regular basis. Let me know. Just put in yes. Just put in the chat box yes if you ask yourself these questions constantly. Then you want to ask yourself, well, to be fair, I already said it. What is going to push you in the moments that everybody says no? What's going to push you? Is it that you have family members you want to take care of? Is it that you wanted to go on this holiday for years with the girls and you just couldn't afford it? Is it that you want to be more stable in life? What is it that's going to push you every single time you get rejected? Because 100%, it gets a little bit sticky and a bit upsetting every time someone says no to you, and it deflates you and demotivates you. But at that moment is the moment that you need to keep going and keep asking people to buy. Yeah. So all of this is based on mindset. As soon as you retarget back your energy back into yourself, you're going to see yourself moving different. And when you start moving different, acting different, you start believing in yourself that little bit more. Okay. So point number 2. Okay. Repricing your services. Repricing your services or products. Now, when I say repricing, I mean really believing that your product or service is worth buying. If you don't want to buy your product or service, no one else will. So if you are unsure about something in your product or service, if you are not 100% of the way that it works or the way that you deliver it, you need to go back to the drawing board and make sure that you are 100% confident in the product or service that you have available. Okay. And a lot of people think that repricing your services is based on having confidence within yourself. And really, it is. But you don't have to start off with confidence in yourself. Okay, you can start off with the full confidence in your product or service, and the confidence in yourself will come via you actually selling and you making sales. Yeah, it's a little bit of a backwards way, but let me know if you understand what I'm saying here. Yeah, be confident in your product or service. I'm going to say it one more time. Be confident in the product or service that you provide. And the more you sell and the more results you receive, yeah, i.e., the more people that buy from you, the confidence in yourself will be boosted. Yeah. So number three is repackaging your services or products. Repackaging it in such a way that it makes it so valuable for people to buy that it's a no-brainer for them. Yeah. So whether it be that you work out, you can do a number of things to repackage your services. You can add in a couple extra things. So I'll give you an example. As a lash technician, I used to be a lash technician, as I said. As a lash technician, I had three main services. I had classic lash services. I had the Russian volume service, lash service, and I also had the hybrid. Yeah, there were three different types of lashes that I could do for a person. But what I then done is, instead of me lowering my price, yeah, so industry standard, you're looking at 60 to 80 pounds to get your lashes done. Instead of me charging 60 to 80 pounds, knowing that I wanted to charge more, I wanted to charge 100 pounds. I wanted to charge 100 pounds because that's how much I felt like it was worth. But instead of me lowering my price, I upped my value. So I added, on top of me doing the lashes, I added in a free brow shaping. Now, a free brow shaping for me takes around 8 minutes, less than 10 minutes. I added it in there, but I was able to charge an extra 20 pounds. Yeah, so if industry standard of doing eyelashes is 80 pounds at the top end, I charged people 100 pounds and added in a free brow service, being brow shaping. So what that done is people forget the fact that they could have paid 80 pounds for it, but because they're seeing that they're receiving a free service on top, they're happy to pay 100 pounds. So psychologically, it doesn't seem so bad because they're receiving 2 for 1. Yeah, does that make sense? So that's me repackaging my service to earn more money. That's something you can implement straight away. The 3 things that I've spoken to you about today is something that you can implement right now in your business. Okay. Now, as I said, I want to answer some questions. So I'm going to go through the questions in just a second. But I want to say one more point when it comes to repackaging your services. You can start adding in, it may take you a little bit of time to be able to do the setup at the beginning, i.e., you can add in a free information pack, right? A free information pack in whatever product or service you're selling, a free information pack or a free tutorial or something that is evergreen. And when I say evergreen, is online digital stuff we can now create. Go onto Canva. Yeah, if you don't know what Canva is a kind of a platform that you can go to create documents, and you can create pretty Instagram pictures and things like that. Yeah. So you go onto something like Canva and you can create a PDF information pack that really will take you a few hours to create in the first instance. But as soon as you've created it, that's it. It's done. You can then sell that one little PDF package consistently to absolutely any and everybody that comes along, and it doesn't take you any more time. So something for me, the way that I would do it if I was doing my lash services, and this sounds a little bit obscure because as a lash service, why would you have something online? But people want to know how to clean their lashes. People want to know how to remove their lashes. People want to know how to care for their lashes. People want to know all of these things, right? And I can add in extra tips and tricks for people. I can create a PDF little package or some kind of video content or something like that and add it in there as a part of the package. But then I can up my price by 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds because they're receiving an added extra. But it doesn't take me any more time whilst I'm selling them the lashes. All I actually done was spent 5 hours to create it in the first place, and that's it. Okay, so spending a little bit of time and receiving more money going forward is smart. So I always say, work smart. Okay, don't work hard, work smart. But I want to give you a little plot twist. You have to work hard on the smart reasons. Okay, don't just work hard for the sake of working hard. Really evaluate what you want. Selling is all based on mindset. Selling is all based on your ability to hear a no and say, do you know what? No problem. On to the next one. Yeah. When you understand the way that people buy, it will make it so much easier for you to sell. Now, I want to answer a couple questions, and I saw a question from Bianca. She said, you usually stay. Yeah. Well, yeah, she made a comment about, Bianca said that usually when she goes to a lash person, she always stays with them for years and years and years because she's very loyal. And that's 100% the case when usually loyal creatures, unless you do something real bad, no one ain't going nowhere. Okay. Oh, brilliant. Okay. So Bianca, I look forward to hearing from you real soon. Laura, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your question. It looks like a real long question. So what I'm going to ask you to do is book in that call with me and let's discuss that. Okay. Let's discuss that. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So I have a number of people asking about a training session. Now, I do offer training sessions and they are available. But really, I want to be able to know if I can actually help you in the first place. So I would rather you book in a phone call with me. Let's get to know each other a little bit more. Let me know all about your business. I want to know all about you and where you're at and what you're doing and what kind of issues you're dealing with when it comes to selling to people, whether it be that you're facing objections, whether it be that people are saying certain things to you and you're just not sure what to say back to them. There are certain techniques that I can show you very quickly over the phone on exactly what to do and what to say for people to instantly just want to buy. Yeah. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get on the phone with some of you girls. Okay, cool. All right. So someone also just said, Bailey, you've just said that you've got a question, but it's too long. So you're just going to book in a call. No problem. That's absolutely fine. Likability, Orain said likability is so important. I always want to be liked. Look, when you're selling to people, being yourself is probably the best way forward. Everybody gets nervous. I have to be 100% honest with you and say to you, I'm nervous sitting here speaking because it's different. It's different to me being in person and speaking and feeding off of everybody's energy. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same when it's online. Therefore, it gets a little bit nerve-wracking. But that doesn't mean to say that doesn't mean to say that you're not going to appreciate what I say to you in all of my nerves. It doesn't mean to say that you're not going to understand what I'm saying in all of my nerves. It doesn't mean to say that you're not going to want to listen to me because I sound a little bit jittery. It's not to say that, yeah, because you have to really understand that everybody is human. Everybody understands that everyone's human, right? So yeah, don't worry too much about trying to be liked. It's not about trying to be liked. It's you being yourself. And if some people like you, some people like you, some people don't, then that's their loss. And that's the way that I see it. Yeah. Is there any information for these links? Is there any links? Is there any links to this information? Yes, there are. If you click offer, you'll be able to see. Yep. Click a call. Click the call button because I'm receiving the same questions. I love the fact that people want to speak to me. Oh, this makes me excited. Okay, great. So I just want to say a huge, huge thank you for you taking your time out with me. And I hope everything that I taught today was understandable. I hope everything that I said made sense. And if it didn't, and you want me to clarify certain things, then there's a few things that you can do. You can go onto my Instagram, which is Aahliyah Amrat, and that is spelled AAHLIYAH. I'm going to say it again, AAHLIYAH, Amarat, AMERAT. That's my full name. Follow me on social media. I consistently put out content that is valuable. It's about sales, it's about strategy, it's about lifestyle when it comes to business, and it's a whole round of fun. I mean, I'm just myself. So if you want some information, head to there, but better yet, head to booking a call and I will speak to you on the phone directly. Thank you so much again, and I want to say goodbye. Mwah. See you later. Happy selling.